Support for Sports Page is provided by the University Store. The University Store is the official headquarters for Mules and Jenny's emblem clothing, gifts, and UCN memorabilia. Books, office supplies, art supplies, and more are available at the University Store, located on the lower level of the Elliott Union on the UCM campus in Warrensburg. And promotional support for Sports Page is provided by 1450 KOKO and 98.5 The Bar. 1450 KOKO and 98.5 The Bar, the radio home of University of Central Missouri Athletics.
Coming up on this week's edition of the UCM Sports Page, the Jennies softball and baseball teams made some noise in the MIAA.
Spring football is in full swing. And once more, we have some individual award winners to tell you about. All of that and more on this week's edition of UCM Sports Page. Hello and welcome to the UCM Sports Page. I'm Brianna Blocker.
I'm Benjamin Eaton.
And I'm Adrienne Columbus. We're here to tell you all about the Mules and Jennies athletics this week.
The Mules baseball team finally broke the 500 mark last weekend by taking 3 of 4 from Central Oklahoma. Could they keep it going against Lincoln? Alex Agueros will tell us.
Mules baseball picked up a 4-game sweep against Lincoln University and moved to 5 games above 500 on the weekend. John Oliver lifted Central Missouri to a 4-3 win in Game 1 with a solo shot in the 6th inning. Grant Gavin picked up the win, and Trevor Izell notched his 7th save of the season. The 1-run victory Thursday was the closest game all series. Central Missouri ran away with the next 3 games by scores of 14-2, 27-4, and 14-0. Trevor Jones opened Game 2 of Thursday's doubleheader with a home run. Tyler House allowed 5 base runners in 6 innings and earned his 3rd win of the season. Game 3 was played without the mercy rule, and the Mules piled on the most runs they've scored since 2004. The Mules scored 10 runs in the 3rd and 6th innings and won Game 3 27-4. Central Missouri collected 27 runs on 24 hits, 8 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Jake Heisler cruised through 5 4-run innings to pick up his 3rd win of the season. The Mules returned to Crane Stadium Sunday to complete the sweep with a 14-0 victory. Ricky Rivera tossed 5 innings of 2-hit baseball as the UCM offense churned out 14 runs on 14 hits and 10 walks. Derek Cornell was 3 for 3 with 3 RBI and a walk. Signing off for Sports Page, I'm Alex Agueros.
The Mules split a non-conference doubleheader Tuesday night at Drury University in Springfield. UCM dropped the opener 9-3. That loss snapped a 5-game win streak, but the nightcap, the Mules offense exploded for a 13-1 win. Derek Cornell and Bennett Oliver blasted home runs for UCM, and 6 Mules pitchers combined to shut down the Drury offense. The Mules are 20-15 on the season and 15-9 in the MIAA.
Jennies softball had a pair of critical home doubleheaders last weekend against 2 teams from Kansas, Washburn, and number 9 Emporia State. Jason Katz has the story.
The Jennies softball team enters the month of April with a record of 26-10 overall, 8-2 in MIAA play. The Jennies hosted a pair of doubleheaders this past weekend. On Friday, first, it was against Washburn. After a 15-7 loss in Game 1, senior pitcher Katie Shockley threw a complete game 2-hit shutout for the Jennies, en route to an 8-0 victory and a series split. The very next day, the number 9 ranked Emporia State Hornets came to town. The Jennies were able to grab a 2-0 lead after Alex Lonehart's RBI single in the bottom of the 4th. Starting pitcher Katie Shockley lost her 13-inning scoreless streak when the Hornets were able to push across a run in the top of the 6th. In the top of the 7th, Shockley was able to shut the door on the Hornets for the 2-1 victory. In Game 2, Jackie Prater held the Hornets to just 2 runs on 5 hits as the Jennies swept Emporia State with a 5-2 win. Head coach Susan Anderson was impressed with how her team was able to cash in during key situations.
Our defense did a phenomenal job, and our pitching staff with Carly Rose behind the plate, she did an amazing job calling the game today. She shut our pitchers and Carly Rose shut down Emporia, who's leading the division, like leading the MIAA in hitting right now. The first game, Shockley held him to 4 hits. Second game, Jackie holds him to 5 hits. So kudos to our defense. And I think another big part is we had quality at-bats all day long. We battled and we came through with clutch hits.
Next up for the Jennies is a 10-game road trip that includes Northeastern State, Central Oklahoma, and Pittsburgh State. Reporting for the UCM Sports Page, I'm Jason Ketz.
The Bats stayed hot Tuesday night when the Jennies traveled to St. Joseph to face the number 19 Missouri Western Griffins. UCM recorded its second straight sweep of a ranked opponent. In the opener, Katie Shockley had a 6-0 lead before she even entered the pitcher circle, as the Jennies scored 6 runs with 2 outs in the top of the first. That's all Shockley would need, as she allowed just 1 run on 6 hits in the 13-1 win. The Jennies had to work for it a little more in Game 2, but still came out on top 8-6. Lauren Mabe, Katie Giacconi, and Keely Martin all had home runs to power the UCM offense. With the sweep at Missouri Western, the Jennies are now 27-10, 9-2 in the MIAA.
Don't go away. When we come back, we'll have updates on Mules football, bowling, golf, and track and field. Stay tuned.
I choose excitement.
I choose to make a difference.
I choose uncommon opportunities.
I choose red to experience learning to a greater degree.
Choose red. Choose the University of Central Missouri.
Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
The Mules football team finished the 2014 season 8-4, 7-4, and 4th in the MIAA. They are in week 2 of spring drills. Jeremy Hale went out Monday to check out the team.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Hill with UCM Sports Page, and I'm here at Walton Stadium on Kennedy Field, where your Mules are opening up spring training. With Hayden Hawk gone, the quarterback competition is heating up, as we will see who the next starter will be.
In the spring, we give lots of guys opportunities, and Garrett Fugate and Eric Siebenschuh are our 2 older guys, and then we have a couple of younger guys, Brooke Bowles and Matt Brumfield, and so we got 4 guys, and they're getting fairly even reps, but the 2 older guys are getting most of the reps in practice. We did lose our starter from last year, and that's true with a lot of other positions. So the great thing is we have good depth on our team, and that competition just makes everybody better.
Hayden Hawk and LaVance Taylor were both leaders on and off the field, but what does it take to replace them as leaders?
I just look at it as opportunities for other guys. We have a lot of really skilled guys, and LaVance and both those kids are really great examples because they worked very hard to get where they were, and so we got guys in that same position now, and that's what you hope that their legacy is that you get to where you want to be by hard work and dedication and really being a team player.
A new offensive coordinator also joins Coach Ziboda's staff to help conduct the offense.
Coach McMiniman played for me, played quarterback back in the day, back in the late 90s and early 2000s, and so a lot of the system that we use then we're still doing, especially in terms of the terminology. He's brought some good fresh ideas, and so it's been a nice blend of what we've done. It's really the offense we've been doing, but he's really added some things that is we feel like is going to enhance what we're doing. So we're excited about bringing him into the program, and it's kind of old and new at the same time.
Jeremy Hale reporting for UCM's Sports Page.
The Mules and Jennies golf teams in the UCM track and field squads were also in action last week. The Central Missouri Mules shot a final round 294 and finished at 7 over 871 to finish as the runner-up at the Dallas Baptist Patriot Classic. Travis Mays continued his solid play with a 6th place finish after finishing at 1 under par 215. He shot rounds of 73, 70, and 72. Sam Migdal and Alex Springer tied for 10th after shooting 2 over par 218.
The Jennies golf team matched its opening round 3-51 with another 351 in the second and final round to finish in the 5th place on Saturday at the Upper Iowa Invitational at Sunnyside Country Club. Taylor Intrican finished in a tie for 7th place after shooting an 81 in the final round to finish at 167. Classmate Shelby Crawley was 5 shots back with a 172 and in 16th place. Kelly Welker shot a final round 90 to finish at 175 and in 16th place.
The Central Missouri Track and Field Jennies finished 2nd at the Emporia State Relays Saturday, April 4th. Sophomore Brittany Kallenberger set a school record for winning the pole vault. Freshman Erica Kinsey won both the long and triple jumps with provisional qualifying marks. And Heaven Warner dominated the throwing events. She claimed victory in the shot put, discus, and hammer throw. The Jennies 4x400 meter relay team also came in first in the meet. The Mules track and field team also finished 2nd at the Emporia State meet. Cole Phillips was first in the pole vault and provisionally qualified for the Nationals. Kanisha Rayner took top honors in the discus and hammer throw, and the 4x400 meter relay team came across the line in first place.
It's time for another quick break. When we return, we have the UCM athletics schedule and MIAA standings. You're watching the UCM Sports Page on KMOS-TV, Missouri PBS. We'll be right back.
What if television could take us back in time, into the mind of a president?
This is our summer, Mr. Greatness.
And into the soul of a rebel.
I still got the world!
What if we could know how it feels to shoot for the stars, to witness the terrors of combat, and know the heartache of those left at home? And why can't TV remember the heroes we honored, the music we danced to, the dreams we chased?
The hope still lives, and the dream shall never die.
No one tells our nation's story like PBS. Give to your PBS station and help bring America's story to life, now and for generations to come.
Another exciting week in UCM athletics as our spring sports teams enter the home stretch and look to climbing the regional rankings. All of our teams will be road warriors.
The Jennies bowling team will be trying to claim a national title when they take the lanes this weekend. UCM will be competing in the NCAA championships April 9th through the 11th at the Tropicana Lanes in St. Louis. The Jennies enter the national championships with 8 top 3 finishers this year.
Jennies softball continues its 12-game road stretch with a pair of conference doubleheaders this weekend. Friday, April 10th, UCM is at Northeastern State at Tahlequah, Oklahoma. Game times are at 1 and 3 p.m. The Jennies are back in action the next day, Saturday, April 11th, against the University of Central Oklahoma. Game times are at 12 and 2 in Edmond, Oklahoma. Finally, the Jennies take on Pittsburg State University Wednesday, April 15th in Pittsburg, Kansas. Game times are at 3 and 5 p.m.
The UCM baseball team has won 5 MIAA contests in a row. The Mules will try to keep that string alive when they take on Washburn University in Topeka, Kansas. The Mules and Ichabods will meet for a single 9-inning game Friday, April 10th at 5 p.m. They'll play a doubleheader Saturday, April 11th at 1 and 3, and they will end the series Sunday, April 12th with a single 9-inning game at 1. The Mules will also play a single 9-inning game Wednesday, April 15th at Emporia State University. First pitch is slated for 6 p.m.
Sunday and Monday, April 12th and 13th, the Jennies golf team is at the Triton hosted by the University of Missouri St. Louis at Norwood Country Club in St. Louis. Mules golf team is competing at Washburn Invitational Monday and Tuesday, April 13th and 14th. The Invitational will be at Topeka Country Club in Topeka, Kansas.
Mules and Jennies track and field has a busy weekend ahead. The heptathletes and decathletes will be at the Emporia State multi-event April 9th and 10th. The full teams will then head to Pittsburg, Kansas for the Gorilla Classic April 11th. Events begin at noon.
Now that we've told you who the Jennies and Mules will be facing this week, let's take a look at the MIAA standings.
Jennies softball is second place, trailing only Pittsburg State in the conference standings. Emporia State and Central Oklahoma are tied for third, with Missouri Western rounding out the top 5. The Mules have climbed for 6th to 3rd In the MIAA baseball standings, Missouri Southern is holding on to its lead, followed by Nebraska Kearney, the Mules, Emporia State, and Washburn.
You can tune in to Sports Page every week for the latest in UCM athletics. But if you missed the show, don't panic. You can also find scores and updated schedules on UCMathletics.com. You can also watch select home baseball and softball games live on Stretch Internet. Just go to UCMathletics.com to find webcast schedules.
And viewers in Warrensburg, Clinton, Knob Noster, and Sedalia can catch replays of those webcasts on our sister station, UCM-TV. Just turn to Charter Channel 989. That's Channel 12-6 if you have a digital tuner.
After this break, we'll introduce you to yet another outstanding UCM alum. This time, a former student athlete who made her mark on the bowling lanes. We'll be right back.
Hey, Sarah.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
Been doing like I taught you. Love the new tattoo, Sarah.
Dude, that's Sarah. The girl in the pink shirt. That's the girl I was telling you about.
Theater 2 on your left. Hey, Sarah. What color underwear today?
Hey, Sarah. So when are you going to post something new?
Anything you post online, anyone can see. So think before you post.
I choose to be a champion.
I choose to be inspired.
I choose the perfect fit.
I choose red to experience learning to a greater degree.
Choose red. Choose the University of Central Missouri.
We've introduced you to a pair of recent inductees into the UCM Athletics Hall of Fame, and we're going to continue sharing their stories this week.
Brianna Caldwell is one of the most decorated athletes in UCM history. She was a member of the Jennies bowling squad from 2005 to 2008. Caldwell stands as one of only 4 student athletes across all NCAA sports to earn National Player of the Year honors all 4 years. Here's her tribute video.
There was just something about watching Brianna as a youth player at some of the national events across the country that you could tell she had an intensity about her and a different way of trying to approach the game. So that in itself was quite neat for us. She came to visit. I think we were actually her second choice. I think she wanted to actually go to Nebraska. They said no thank you to her. It was to our good fortune, and I think every time we played them, she let them know how she felt about that. I think one of the ultimate compliments was from the Nebraska head coach, and once she got a little farther along in her career, he just admitted directly to her in a conversation that he screwed up.
26 all-tournament teams, 9 MVPs, Player of the Year. I mean, I think it really does speak to who she is as a player, and I mean, she's a fierce competitor, and she wants to win. She wants to do the best that she possibly can, and so I think that was a great asset to all the teams that she was a part of.
I keep coming back to the word intensity, and it doesn't matter whether she was playing on the lanes or if it was stuff that she was doing on her own personal time. You know, whenever she lost, she didn't like it.
When you think about Brianna Caldwell, you think about somebody that not only motivates herself, but can motivate the team. She's good at being able to pick other people up and say, okay, you know, let me help you get through whatever you need to get through, and let's move forward. And I think that drive and that enthusiasm and her wanting to win really carried out throughout the team, and I think it motivated others.
She is one of the best players that's ever worn a Jennies uniform, and I think just the sheer fact that she was a National Player of the Year for 4 years. There's only been 2 other people that have done that in the history of our game, and I think that in itself holds its own weight.
Brianna being a 4-time Player of the Year is an amazing feat. You know, I think it really speaks to Brianna's dedication, her enthusiasm, her love and passion for the sport of bowling.
This year those will now make the 4th time she's played for the U.S. national team. She's won numerous medals, including double-digit gold medals now for Team USA.
I think from a recruiting standpoint, you know, her stats and who she is and what she continues to do for the sport of bowling probably gives people an opportunity to learn more about our team here and the university, and I think it's helped Ron be able to recruit some additional players.
As a coach, whenever you're looking at picking some of those that have impacted the sport, they go out and they do their thing, but they also leave something else for the team and for the program to remember. And I certainly think she's done that, and from a player to an assistant coach to, you know, to having somebody to bounce ideas off of now, it's been a real pleasure to watch her and see how she's done things. And
congratulations, Brianna. You know, there's nobody that deserves this more than you. I'm glad that you have gotten the opportunity to get inducted into the UCM Hall of Fame. Your time here at the university and all that you've accomplished is definitely well deserved, and no one deserves it more than you. So congratulations.
Brianna, I want to say congratulations to your induction into the Hall of Fame. I think based off of everything that you've accomplished here, both on and off lanes, this is certainly a well-deserving and very well-earned honor. You know, we've spoken many times before about how much of an impact you've had with this program and with me and even our family. And I know we remain very close, and I'm sincerely sorry that I can't be here today, but I hope you have an opportunity to spend some great time with former teammates and truly get a chance to appreciate what you've done for the program and for me.
Now that's a Hall of Fame career. Congratulations, Brianna Caldwell.
In our final segment, we'll bring you up to date on the news and notes around UCM athletics, and you're watching UCM Sports Page on KMOS-TV, Missouri PBS.
I really do enjoy volunteering. I volunteer for a number of organizations that include a museum, which is in my community, and driver safety classes aimed at senior citizens. I like to think that I have made a difference, and I think that's enough. I don't need to be patted on the back. Some of the values that I have now came to me from PBS. I really enjoy the documentaries from Ken Burns. We don't change the television station when those things are on. I've included my PBS station in my future plans. It's not a big gift, but something that will help them.
Consider including KMOS in your plans. For more information, call 1-800-753-3436.
You do not have to be rich to give a planned gift. Every little bit helps. If we can do a whole lot of little bits, then we've done a great service.
Junior Heaven Warner won 3 events Saturday at the Emporia State Relays and earned another win Monday afternoon for her effort. Warner was named MIAA Field Athlete of the Week for the 2nd time this year. The St. Joseph, Missouri native won the shot put, discus, and hammer throw. Her throw of 174 feet, 3 1/2 inches in the discus set a UCM record. She also set the meet and stadium records with the mark and automatically qualified for nationals. Warner also automatically qualified for nationals in the hammer throw and provisionally qualified in the shot put. She is in the top 4 in the national in all 3 events.
For the 2nd straight week, the UCM Jennies track team leads the United States Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association poll. The Mules make their first appearance in the outdoor poll, checking in at number 18. The Jennies were ranked 1st or 2nd in every indoor poll on their way to their first national championship.
The Central Missouri men's golf team claimed the first top spot in the initial NCAA Division II Central Region rankings. The top 10 teams in the rankings will qualify for the NCAA Division II Super Regional May 4th through the 6th. The Mules have 6 top 5 finishes out of 7 tournaments played this season, including the team title at the Missouri Western Holiday Inn Express Classic in the fall. The top 10 teams in the final Central Region rankings on April 24th will join the top 10 teams from the Midwest region for the NCAA Division II Super Regional at Cog Hill Golf and Country Club in Lamont, Illinois.
Thanks for tuning in this week. We hope you've enjoyed it. We'll be back next week with more on Mules and Jennies athletics. I'm Benjamin Eaton.
I'm Brianna Blocker.
And I'm Adrian Columbus. You've been watching Sports Page on KMOS-TV, Missouri PBS. See you next week.
Support for SportsPage is provided by Union Station, crossroads to technology, a one-stop shopping source for technology needs, campus-compatible computers, software for Mac and PCs, and much more. Located on campus on the lower floor of the Elliott Union in Warrensburg. Union Station, crossroads to technology. And promotional support for SportsPage is provided by 1450 KOKO and 98.5 The Bar. 1450 KOKO and 98.5 The Bar, the radio home of University of Central Missouri Athletics.